When you're building a local AI inference rig, you face a fundamental question. Do you go wide with many cheaper GPUs, or go tall with fewer high-end cards? Our $5,000 GPU rig build uses four RTX 3090s, giving a staggering 96 gigabytes of total VRAM for around $3,000 in GPUs alone. But is that actually the best strategy? What if you spent the same money on two RTX 4090s, newer and faster but only 48 gigabytes total? Or one RTX 5090, the newest Blackwell consumer card with 32 gigabytes? Or one A180 gigabyte, a data center GPU with HBM2E memory? This article digs into the real benchmarks, real prices, and real trade-offs. The core trade-off is simple. More GPUs means more total VRAM, letting you run bigger models. Fewer GPUs means less overhead, letting models run faster. VRAM determines what you can run. Bandwidth determines how fast it runs. You can't have both unless you spend data center money. For LLM inference, VRAM is the single most important metric. If a model doesn't fit in your GPU memory, you can't run it at full speed, period. You'd have to offload layers to system RAM, which is 10 to 50 times slower, or use more aggressive quantization at the cost of quality. Llama 370 billion parameters needs about 42 gigabytes at Q4. Most configurations simply can't hold that. With 96 gigabytes of total VRAM, the 4 RTX 3090 strategy shines. You can run Llama 70B in FP16, Mixtral 8x7B comfortably, and push into larger quantized models. No other configuration in our budget comes close. The price per gigabyte? Just $31.25, the best ratio here. The RTX 4090 costs $75 per gigabyte. The A100 runs over $100 per gigabyte. Now, actual performance. For small models that fit on one GPU, more GPUs makes things slower. A single RTX 5090 blazes through Llama 3.8B at 186 tokens per second. Four RTX 3090s manage just 105 tokens per second. Splitting a small model across four cards costs you in synchronization overhead. For small models, the 5090 wins decisively. Flip to Llama 370B, and the story reverses completely. The A180 gigabyte handles it on one card at 22 tokens per second with zero overhead. Two RTX 4090s reach about 19. Four RTX 3090s land around 17. And the RTX 5090? It can't run it at all. 32 gigabytes simply isn't enough. This is the multi-GPU tax. When a model is too large for a single GPU, you split it using tensor parallelism. Each GPU handles a portion, but they constantly exchange results over PCIe. Consumer GPUs have no NVLink, that's a data center feature. PCIe is roughly 20 times slower than NVLink. With four-way tensor parallelism over PCIe, you lose 20 to 35% throughput. Power draw matters too. Four RTX 3090s pull 1,400 watts, requiring a dedicated 20-amp circuit. Two RTX 4090s pull 900 watts. A single RTX 5090 draws 575 watts. Running four 3090s around the clock costs about $1,680 per year in electricity. A practical tip: power limit your 3090s to 300 watts using NVIDIA SMI. You lose less than 5% performance and save $210 per year in electricity. For model compatibility, the 4 RTX 3090 setup runs the widest range. It handles Llama 70B quantized, Mixtral, QN332B, and even multiple models simultaneously. One overlooked advantage: mixed mode operation. Many builders run Llama 70B across two GPUs for chat, stable diffusion on a third for images, and a code model on the fourth. A single high-end card simply cannot do that. So what's the verdict? Choose 4 RTX 3090s when VRAM capacity is your number one priority. You want to run 70B plus parameter models, or you need flexibility to run multiple models at once. Choose two RTX 4090s when speed matters more than variety. Choose a single RTX 5090 when you primarily run models under 32 billion parameters and want blazing speed at low power. Choose an A100 when budget is no constraint and you need a production inference server. Our recommendation for most builders: 4 RTX 3090s. At $3,000 for 96 gigabytes of VRAM, nothing else comes close on value. The multi-GPU overhead is real, you lose 20 to 30% throughput. But the ability to run 70B models locally and the option to scale to 8 GPUs for 192 gigabytes is unmatched. The best GPU strategy isn't about the new